Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here with a video that's not so much a review or an overview, it's more of a shout out really. The knife in front of you, which is a 2016 Victorinox Pioneer X, was a gift to me from my good friend KnifeTex, and I've had this for, well, probably 6 weeks now I guess, and I've never got around to making a video on it. And for really officially saying thank you to him for it. I said thank you personally, obviously. Forgive my hands, look at that. Wow, almost like I'm a welder or something. Yeah, I just want to give him a shout out in a video because it was very, very generous of him to send me this, and I do appreciate it. Although some of the thoughts shared in this video might not be too complimentary to the knife, or might give you the impression that I'm not too enthusiastic about it. I do like it. It's very much an important piece of my Alex collection, which I'm trying to grow and grow and grow. But yeah, so very cool gift. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. And if you've been living under a rock, you may not know that the Pioneer X is basically this, which is Victorinox Pioneer, of course. So I'll open this up. So there's your standard Pioneer. And the Pioneer X is all of that plus one extra layer, which is the long-awaited, much vaunted, much desired by Victorinox collectors, scissors. Up to this point, confined to small Alex models such as this classic, and of course the Celador scaled, nylon scaled, and regular, if you will, Victorinox Swiss Army knives. So this was a bit of a big step for them, something that the sack nuts among us have been kind of after for a while, and now that they're here, now that you can get scissors in a true Pioneer size knife, is it all that we thought it would be? Is it all it's cracked up to be? Well, I've never been a huge fan of like, oops, what's going on there? I bent my spring out. There we go. Yeah, I've never been a fan of like a 3-layer Alex knife, to be honest. I sold the only farmer that I had. I just found it too bulky, too heavy. But I thought this would be different because scissors are pretty useful to me. Usually if I'm not carrying a Celador model with scissors, I will carry something like this classic in my watch pocket, if you want to still call it that these days, a watch pocket of my jeans, coin pocket, whatever you will. I will usually carry something with scissors. They just have they have a place, I think, for sure in your EDC. Scissors are just very, very useful, perhaps more useful than a secondary or backup blade such as a Swiss Army knife. So I usually will carry that. So I thought that Pioneer is normally my kind of preferred model, slightly more so over the Cadet. I thought that the Pioneer X with addition of scissors would really get rid of both of these, and I would just carry this. But I haven't really found that, and it could just be because having a few Alex models and a few things to choose from, it's very hard to stick to one thing. You know, it's the classic silver with the red Victorinox shield, which looks very elegant, very beautiful. The cameras and really enjoying focusing tonight, and I'm enjoying the way that it's picking up on this. But I'm not finding that. Like, it's just it's got all the functionality I need, but it doesn't quite have the wow. Put it that way. So yeah, a very cool knife for the collection for sure. Bring out a few silver ones here. There's a Soldier, which of course is the military version of the Pioneer, and the Pioneer X in the middle there. What is the actual size difference if you don't have a 3 and 2 layer model to compare? You can see there. Let's going to focus on that one in the back. Let's have a look. Get rid of that. You can see pretty sizable difference for that little bit extra functionality. And definitely the weight, it really feels pretty hefty. You don't really, I guess, I don't have a farmer to compare, unfortunately. The saw, of course, being the 3rd layer in the farmer as opposed to the scissors. I'm not sure what the weight difference is in the saw to the scissors, but of course there's an extra liner in there. So that plus all the fixings and trappings and springs and stuff that go into making a 3-layer as opposed to a 2-layer definitely gives it a bit of extra heft. I definitely do feel this at the bottom of my pocket a lot more than the traditional Pioneer thickness or the Soldier thickness. There's the Soldier to compare. Exactly the same. Actually looks slightly thinner. Pretty much exactly the same. So these I think are a little bit more pocketable for EDC, but if you don't like carrying that extra little piece of kit to have some scissors, and you really do need scissors on you, then you could certainly do a lot worse than the Pioneer X. Just my 2 cents on it. I'm not going to bang on about this because everyone and their granny has by now reviewed the Pioneer X, and I think a lot of people are kind of echoing what I'm thinking, although I haven't really had much time to watch people's reviews, to be honest. That's kind of the impression I'm getting, is that maybe a Cadet X would have been the way to go with this. I'd certainly like to see that, and I'm sure if we give it enough time, the good folks at Victorinox will oblige us with a Cadet X, which would be very nice indeed. And maybe while they're at it, they'll go and knock out 10 different colours of it, which would just be awesome. So anyway, I'll wrap it up there. Thanks again to KnifeTex. Very kind of you, sir. Very, very much treasured part of my collection because it's a gift. And yeah, back more videos soon, hopefully. Have a great day, guys. Cheers.